Welcome to the Deep Dive. This is where we grab your research, your articles, your ideas, and really dig into them together to find those surprising connections. Today, we're diving deep into something based entirely on the material you sent us, something maybe quite everyday, the humble sesame seed. But, turns out this little seed has some incredibly complex, really unexpected effects on the body, especially, hormones. So our mission today, let's unpack the science, figure out how sesame actually interacts with our hormones, estrogen in particular, and, reveal the amazing benefits it might offer for hormonal balance. Who knew, right? Your bagel topping, holding secrets. Okay, let's get into this.
It really is amazing, isn't it, how often you find these unassuming natural things holding such biochemical clout. That topic is a perfect example. It really shows why it matters to, look closely at what we eat. There are insights hidden right there in plain sight.
Yeah, definitely. So when we look at sesame, what jumps out from the research you shared are these compounds, phytoestrogens.
That's right, phytoestrogens, plant estrogens, literally.
Plant estrogens, and specifically lignans.
Yes, lignans are the key players here in sesame.
And the material mentioned, their chemical structure looks, quite a bit like our own estrogen. So how do these plant versions actually, interact with our bodies?
Well, what's really fascinating is the journey they take after you eat them. It's not just the lignans themselves. Your gut bacteria, they play this absolutely crucial role. They transform the lignans into other compounds. Enterolactone is a key one.
Enterolactone, okay.
So this compound, enterolactone, it shows a kind of weak estrogenic activity. Think of it like a much gentler version of your body's estrogen. It interacts with your hormone receptor, those little docking stations on your cells.
Wow.
But gently. This transformation by the gut bacteria, it's completely central to how sesame works in the body.
That's pretty incredible. Our gut microbes acting like tiny alchemists, turning seeds into hormone regulators.
Yeah, something like that.
So if the lignans aren't the whole story, what happens once these transformed compounds like enterolactone start interacting with our receptors? What's this dual effect you mentioned?
Right, the dual effect. It's really interesting. So on one hand, think about women after menopause. Natural estrogen production drops off, right?
Mm-hmm.
These lignans, the enterolactone derived from them, can sort of partially make up for that dip. The sources you shared specifically pointed out this could help ease some common symptoms. Things like, hot flashes, vaginal dryness.
Okay, yeah, those are big ones.
Definitely. And there was even a study mentioned, wasn't there, where women took, I think it was 50 grams of sesame seed powder daily for 5 weeks.
Yeah, I remember reading that.
And they saw improvements in hormone levels, and even cholesterol levels went down in postmenopausal women. So it suggests this supportive role when natural estrogen is lower.
That's quite specific, yeah. And definitely seems like a major plus for managing menopause. But it doesn't just add estrogenic effect, does it? That's the other side of this dual effect. It balances.
Exactly. That's where it gets even more interesting. These same compounds, these lignans turned enterolactone, they can also compete with your body's own stronger estrogen for those receptor spots.
Ah, okay. Compete.
Yeah. So in situations where maybe there's an excess of strong estrogen, perhaps, during premenopausal years for some women, the weaker lignans could potentially bind to some receptors, essentially blocking the stronger stuff, reducing its overall impact.
So it's like a natural dimmer switch.
That's a great way to put it, a dimmer switch, helping to sort of nudge things back into balance.
I like that. A dimmer switch makes sense. But does this dimmer effect ever risk, dimming things too much? Like if someone ate a ton of sesame, could it lower estrogen too far, or is it always sort of beneficial according to the sources?
It's a fair question. From the material we looked at, the mechanism seems geared towards balance, towards equilibrium. It doesn't seem potent enough to shut things down. That weak estrogenic activity is the key. It modulates, doesn't overpower.
Got it. A modulator. That's crucial. So whether levels are low or maybe a bit high, sesame seems to gently push towards the middle ground. And it's not just menopause, right? The research you provided also touched on supporting menstrual health, irregular cycles specifically.
Yes, that was mentioned too.
Which for many people is a huge deal. Cycle issues are often tied directly to estrogen imbalances.
Absolutely. And, if we zoom out a bit, connect this to the bigger picture.
Yeah.
This is probably why sesame sometimes gets called the friend of the female.
Ah, interesting phrase.
Well, beyond just the hormones, it's packed with other stuff too. Nutrients like calcium, magnesium, zinc, iron, vitamin B6.
All really important, yeah.
Exactly. And they all support women's health generally, but also that hormonal balance specifically, like B6 and magnesium. They help the liver process excess estrogen. Zinc plays a role in making hormones in the first place.
So it's a whole package deal, not just one compound doing one thing.
Precisely. It's more holistic.
Okay, so these benefits are pretty compelling. How do we actually, get more sesame into our lives, practically speaking?
The material had some good, simple ideas. Sprinkling toasted sesame seeds as easy salads, stir fries, whatever. Adds a nice nutty crunch.
I do that sometimes.
And tahini, of course. That sesame paste. Fantastic in hummus, dressings, sauces.
Love tahini.
Yeah. And even for something sweet, halawa or maybe those sesame snack bars.
Oh, yeah, halawa, delicious. Okay, those are great tips. But important note, right? Moderation.
Definitely.
Sesame seeds, tahini, they're quite calorie dense. So it's about adding them in mindfully, not, eating a whole jar of tahini.
Right. Good point. Balance, as always.
And the usual advice, if you have health conditions or you're thinking about making big changes to your diet, probably best to chat with your doctor first.
Always sensible advice.
It really makes you look at your pantry differently, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Puts a new perspective on everyday foods.
Okay, so let's quickly recap this deep dive then. Based on your sources, the big takeaway is sesame's lignans are like these clever hormonal adaptogens. They don't just add estrogen, they seem to regulate it, nudging things towards balance, whether they're high or low, like that natural dimmer switch we talked about.
Good summary.
We saw specific benefits for women, especially around menopause, helping with hot flashes, vaginal dryness, and also potentially regulating cycles. Plus, it's that friend of the female because of all those extra nutrients, calcium, magnesium, zinc, iron, B6.
Crucial nutrients.
And you can easily work it in. Toasted seeds, tahini, halawa. Just watch the calories a bit.
Yeah. And if we connect this to the bigger picture again, sesame is just such a clear example. It shows how these natural compounds, things just sitting in our food, can have these really profound impacts on our complex biology. It really highlights the potential power right there in our kitchens.
It really does, doesn't it? Makes you wonder, what other seemingly ordinary foods are out there, just holding these incredible secrets to our well-being, waiting for us to do their deep dive?
That's a great thought. And it raises an important question for you, the listener, to maybe explore further. How is your everyday nutrition quietly shaping the incredibly delicate balance of your internal systems? Far beyond just giving you energy, something to chew on,